Hello everyone, hello everyone, hello everyone. As you guys can see, this is the sub video, and I'm doing a voiceover for my mom, the Jordan takeover, and I'm just gonna do a little voiceover and walk you guys through making the sub. So right here you can see my mom showing the oil and the vinegar. So that's what she uses to like sprinkle it on like Subway, and then that right there is the oil and vinegar that's actually from Subway, I think. Then you have real mayo from Kraft, the same people that make the Kraft mac and cheese that you always see on the commercials. Then next you have honey mustard, which is Great Value brand, which is the Walmart brand. And sometimes the Walmart brand is cheaper and it tastes better than the real brand sometimes. Great Value provolone cheese, which is the slices that you can get, not from the deli but in the refrigerator. Then you have the sliced pepperoni. Really, this is like all Great Value stuff, and it comes out really good. I remember one time my mom said that Great Value brand should sponsor her videos for the free promo. Then you have the onions, which is, it just adds like a taste to it, and it's like, it gives a spicy taste to the subs. Then you have pickles. I think these are sweet butter pickles. I believe those are the sub ones. And my mom's shaking something, I don't know what that is. Oh, lettuce, that's lettuce. I believe that's iceberg lettuce that you just sprinkle onto your subs, you know, to add that extra crunch. Then that is honey ham and turkey, I believe. So that's the other meats. Then of course salt and pepper just on top. Then you have the bread that we get from Walmart, and we get it from like the deli over on the side where you get like the cakes and everything. So now we're going to get into cutting this up. So now we are back to another part, which I'm going to do another voiceover for, and this is the part where Mom's laying down the aluminum foil, and this is a very important part because if you don't know, these subs can get messy. These subs can get real messy, and when you're not preparing it right in the beginning, when you're laying it out this part, and that's the parchment paper, I believe, if you don't do this part right, it'll be very hard to eat and it'll be very messy. So this sub is definitely something you have to eat when you're sitting down, because, you know, it's like very messy. If you're eating it on the go, be careful, and I recommend not giving it to kids because you'll have lettuce and pickles all on your floor, and nobody wants a pickle smelling car. So now Mom's opening the bread, and something else, this bread is actually only $1 for that whole roll, and it's freshly baked, and it's good, just really good. Alright, so now to cutting the bread. When you are cutting the bread, I just want to say that this is a really important part, because plenty of times I've gone to cut bread or anything like for toast or things like that, but cutting the bread is important because if you mess this up, it'll mess up the whole sandwich. You do not want to cut wrong, or like make sure you're cutting directly in the middle. As you can see, my mom's holding it so that she's keeping it steady, because if it slips, then your whole sandwich is done. making the sandwiches, you want to make sure you're not just slapping it on, you know, making sure that you're actually making it presentable. And some of you guys might think that that's too much, but when you're putting it together and actually making sure that it looks good, it helps the overall feel of the sandwich. And the way you'll be able to see when my mom does it, but the way she folds the meat as she's doing it now, when you fold it up and place it on just like this, that causes it to be able to just fill up the sandwich more and causes it to seem like you're eating more. Alright, so now it is time for the cheese. Like I said earlier, this is the provolone cheese, and provolone cheese is just a preference that we have, and we eat it with our subs. But you could use any type of cheese, any kind, you know, like I said, any kind. The other kinds that you can use, when I go to Subway, sometimes I'll get provolone, and sometimes I'll just get cheddar, or sometimes I'll get American. It really just depends on what you like and what your preference is. You don't have to really get any type of certain cheese. We're not forcing you to get anything. And then sprinkle, I did not know that Mom actually does this, but she sprinkles salt and pepper on top of the cheese. Yeah, okay. So now that you're sprinkling the salt and pepper on, now she's going ahead and grabbing is that oil? Yes, it is. The oil, like the oil and vinegar. Oh, she was just shaking it up. I was confused. I don't know. This is why I don't cook. Then she takes the pickles and she goes ahead and spreads them on. Then there's a lot of pickles. I bet you this sub was good. This sub was probably more one that was like sweet, but like sour at the same time. When you're going for the sub, it's like when you have the pickles and the onions and the mayonnaise, it all comes together. And oh my god, this one really does have a lot of pickles. And then there's some peppers. But this sandwich, it actually does look like it has a lot. But something else with these subs, you can split this up, and this could be like 3-inch subs, I think it is, if my math is right. Because I think this is a foot long, I believe. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But it could be a foot long, and you could split that up into 4, which I think is 3. Because yes, 3 times 4 is 12. So then that'll be 3-inch subs. And it might seem small, but if you eat it with a bag of chips, it'll fill you up. Then there you go, there are the onions. That gives you that spicy taste, and you know, it just helps bring all the sandwich together, you know, bring all the sandwich together. Right, like my mom did. Done. That's all you need. Then, now you have the lettuce, like I said earlier, I think it's iceberg lettuce. And that is a very good type of lettuce. I think it might be the only type of lettuce, but it's a very good lettuce. And now we're just going ahead and adding on the extra condiments. I don't really think I need any more explaining. Okay, I'm back. I am back. I just wanted to say this. Right now, it might look like my mom's stabbing the sandwich. She's not stabbing the sandwich. We don't... All sub lives matter too. We don't want to stab any sandwiches. So what she's doing is making sure that the sandwich is getting pushed down, making sure that it's like, you know, getting smushed. And she's cutting it. Like I said earlier, I think the way it looks like she's cutting it in 3. So I think that's a, I don't know how long of a sub that is, but she's cutting it. It might be 4, 5, something like that. It's gonna be pretty big, but oh no, she might be cutting it in 2. One of them just is bigger. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm about to find out with you guys. Yep, 3. I called it. Yep, I got it right. She's cutting it in 3. So right now the sandwiches look really, really big, and that was very messy. The stuff is falling off, and it looks like a lot. But trust us. Trust me. Us. We got it. It's gonna come out good, and you're gonna see how she handles it once it gets wrapped and everything. How to smoothen it down. So stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, next part, round 2. This is a very, 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 very important part. This is very critical for the sandwich. Your sandwich won't survive if you don't do this right. You have to wrap it and roll it like you're in a blanket and you're cold. You gotta wrap it tight, real tight. So you wrap it like a burrito. That's just the first one. Now you wrap it in the second one. You gotta, when I say you gotta wrap it tight, I mean like tight, because if you don't, the first thing is, there's 2 reasons you do this. One is so everything stays together, marinates, and it tastes good. You don't want a nasty sub. Nobody wants a nasty sub. You don't want to spend 20 minutes making a sub for it to be nasty. Then you want it to be tight so it'll get smaller so you can actually eat it, because if you don't have it wrapped up tight, you see how it got so much smaller? If you don't have it small like that, you're just gonna be sitting there trying to figure out what you're supposed to do with it, and you can't eat it. Now, we're wrapping all of them. Please, 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 I can't stress this enough, make sure you wrap your subs right. Alright, we're back again, wrapping it. Like I said, wrap them tight. Wrap them tight. You don't want them loose. You see Moss pointing at it? You gotta make sure you squeeze and make sure you know the part where your sandwich is facing up. Make sure that part is facing up. It's not facing the bottom when you wrap it. Because when you unwrap it, everything will fall out. So make sure you wrap it. And as you can see, stuff was already dripping when Ma had lifted it up. So you gotta make sure you wrap it really, really tight. Like real tight. Again, like I said, I can't stress this enough. Do it again. Okay, so now we are wrapping up, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and as you can see, the sandwiches are there. They are good. Trust me, I've had them a number of times. And 3 subs in 16 minutes, and we're gone.